Welcome to our Fierce Fit Phenomenon Team Zoom. Today is, I don't even know. It's in the middle of June. It's 114 degrees in Arizona. And I look like this because we are unpacking boxes and I had to choose between prepping for this call or taking a shower. We see what won. So you guys, I hope that you don't mind the fact that I am just the real deal and I'll show you all my ugly sides because that's just it. But then again, with the flip of that is that I do try to show up and give my best every day when I can. So hopefully you love me for who I am and you realize, gosh, if she can do it, anyone can do it. So thank you all for being on. Just don't smell me. I showered yesterday. Okay, so I did not have time to prep all the shout outs because Will and I were moving and he does it normally and we just didn't have time. So we'll have to go ahead and do double shout out next week. Is that okay with everyone? We'll get back on track. Life is going to have systems and organization. I'm so excited. We're done moving around from state to state. But I did have a rock star coach I wanted to introduce you to. Catherine Kiefer, we were in Hawaii at the same time, but we never actually met. So we are friends of friends of friends in the military spouse community. And she followed my Healthy Emma page and is going to be certified in PIO and was really interested in that and wanted to see how that would fit in with coaching. I'll let her tell you her whole story, but she has been, she's a success starter last month. So she gets the call with Carl Deichler on Thursday and she gets to listen in on that. She's moving up to Emerald this week and, if the orders get transferred correctly, and there was a little mix up with the sign up, and she's just super down to earth, but yet really ambitious, and anything I tell her to do, she does. She shows up for any Zoom I ask her to be on. She's extremely reliable and dependable, but the girl is busy. She works full time and has kids. So I wanted her to just share a little bit of how she's been able to get to where she is with hitting Success Club already. It's only the 15th of the month, 16th. And so she hit it last month and this month as a brand new coach. And this girl is a risk taker. Like she just jumps in and decides to host things and run free groups and everything without me asking her to. So Catherine, if you want to share your story, that'd be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and mute.
Okay. Hey, and the Success Club thing is going to happen when two people who are buying challenge packs get off work and actually buy them. So I'm just being positive and I know they're going to. So, but yeah, I do have quite a few jobs. I'm an Alta. I work at Alta at night. I'm stay-at-home mom during the day. I do this and I'm a worship leader and I actually go to college too, but I only take one class because I'm not that crazy. But I started because of all of Emma's awesome posts. I actually had been looking at them for quite a while before I even did anything. So I am living proof that just keep posting and people are looking and they're, the brain's going in the back of their mind. But before I got started with this, I was going to the gym and things, but I really wasn't seeing like the results I wanted and I just wasn't feeling great. And the gym I was going to was mostly for bodybuilders. So all these bodybuilders were walking around in their little bikinis and things, which if you do that, that's great. But it just wasn't, it wasn't for me. So I needed something. And I just wanted to feel better. I wanted to have more time with my kids because the gym takes up a couple hours once you actually get there and all that stuff. So I decided to just dive on in and I love it. And I am so thankful for Shakeology because autoimmune diseases and depression and everything run in my family. So I'm like, you know what? I am not getting these things. I am fighting it. This is not happening. So we need to amp up the nutrition. And I've done that with Shakeology. Let me see. I really don't think I've done anything special. I've literally, like Emma said, just done everything she said and it all works. I mean, you kind of, after the 18th million no, you just kind of get used to it. And it's, if you kind of go in expecting someone to say no, then you're not really disappointed when it happens. Hope for the best, but if you just, expecting a no, then it kind of helps.
Hey, I'm going to pause you really quick. So if you're getting all these no's, then why the heck would you keep going?
Because I love helping people.
You're not looking to help everyone. You're looking for the one, right? And that's our theme this year. Everyone matters with Beachbody. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love helping people. It's why I'm a hairdresser, but I can't do that much longer because another problem with my family is we have really bad joints. So 10 years of it is officially done me in, and I want to be able to be a work-at-home mom. I want to take my kids to Disney World, do the things that my husband and I never had, because we weren't poor, but definitely we didn't do a lot of the extra things when we were growing up. And I wanted something that was mine, that I felt like I could really excel in, and I could actually contribute and be successful. Because being a Marine Corps spouse, it's not easy to grow a business outside of the home because you're always moving. So I would build a clientele and then we'd move. But yeah.
There are a lot of military families in our team, or people that move a lot, or they have husbands that are gone, or spouses that are gone often, or they travel themselves. So you're definitely in good company, and I think that's what is really cool about what we do, is that anything's possible from anywhere, and I've proven that because of all my crazy shenanigans and gypsy living that I've had. But y'all just keep following me around the nation. Who knows where we're going to go next? But thank you so much, Catherine, for sharing your story. I really appreciate you stepping up as a brand new coach and leading in that way. It just speaks volumes for the type of coach you're going to become. So thank you so much, girlie. And congratulations on your success so far. And this is just the beginning. I keep trying to peer pressure Catherine and everybody else that's on this call to go to Summit. And I think it's life-changing, and it's worth every sacrifice and penny. And it pays you back. Does anyone agree with me? Can I get an amen? Who's gone to Summit? They saw that shift in their brain and in their life and in their business after Summit. So I'm not just speaking to Catherine, I'm speaking to everybody. Get your butt there. It's not too late. Bring your kids and bring a nanny. I don't know. Just figure it out. Pray about it. You'll know what to do. So okay, so I wanted to explain how this all came about, of me wanting to do this powerful power hour. We give you the power hour. You do the 10-day new coach launch when you get started. Hopefully you guys have all been through a new coach launch, or you're taking your team through that, because that goes through the power hour, your brand, and some specifics. And so when you go to do your power hour, you'll have a very clear vision of where you want to go. We'll get into that in a second. But it was asked on the wall, and you guys know what the wall is. It's for 5-star diamonds and above, and they share ideas and et cetera, et cetera. So somebody asked, has anyone in here in the wall, so they're a 5-star diamond, have any of you been able to build your business in very few hours? Like, I want to know the very limited hours that you worked a week. And people were saying, yeah, I only could work 6 hours a week. I only worked, 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week. And I built this to be a 5-star diamond coach. But when they worked, they were very focused, blinders on, and did the income and business building activities first. So I wanted to go through my power hour list. And the thing that I want you to keep in mind is you can take these, and I want you to make your own. Because something that you have to realize is, as a coach, if you're just trying to be accountable to your upline, then you're like an employee. And employees don't build 6-figure independent businesses. CEOs do. But when you're a CEO, you realize I only have to be accountable to myself. So if you say, I'm working, honey, or whatever, and you're really like just lollygagging on Facebook and Insta, and you're like, oh, I love your baby, and whatever. I mean, there's going to be a spot in here that we'll go through the training and I'll tell you where that is. But that's not what you do first, because you got to take care of your family first before you love on everybody's babies. Okay, so that's what you have to think about. As a coach, you put on a different mindset or a different helmet when you go into work with Facebook or out in public, et cetera, et cetera. And so I wanted to go through my power hour list, and we're going to talk about more specifically what I mean by each one. And if you have thoughts or comments or whatever, awesome. I won't be able to read them since it's on chat, and the chat doesn't work when I'm screen sharing, so I'll come back to y'all. So, but feel free to answer each other's questions, or if you found a tip that's worked for you, please share, because that's what our team does, right? We are sharers, we're not takers. So, so if you're on a bad Wi-Fi connection, then your screen might freeze. Sorry, Catherine. Okay, so let's screen share. Okay, is this showing full screen, or are you seeing my computer as well? I can still see you guys, so it must be my computer. How about that? Is that better? Okay, how to create a powerful power hour. Okay, something that I want you to get in the habit of asking yourself, or training your mind to do, is saying, is this the most important thing I'm supposed to be doing in this moment? Is this the most important thing I'm supposed to be doing in this moment? And that is in all aspects of life. You have to have laser focus when you're, with your family. Enjoy the moment with your family. Don't be thinking about whatever else you need to do. Like, be focused and present. When you're working, be focused and present. When it's time to do messages, be focused and present. So just write that down and get in the habit of saying that. So the first thing is you have to know where you're going to go in order to be able to get there. So the moment you can visualize being free from the things that hold you back, you have indeed begun to set yourself free. I love that quote, because before you start your power hour, I want you to take the first minute or two, and you can set the timer on your phone to go off in 2 minutes. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to see yourself in 3 years. And the kind of leader and person you are. I want you to see yourself cutting up those credit cards, telling Sally Mae to take a hike. I want you to see yourself on the beaches of wherever with whomever, and or accepting an award at Summit on stage and giving your teary, thank you speech to me and the team. Yes, you all have to say my name. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. But I want you to see, and then I also want you to see exactly who it is that you're wanting to work with. Because you don't want to work with everyone. Be very specific about that. Create your avatar, who that is. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to map it out. So write down your why, and you should have written down your why or recorded that during your new coach training. Have that nearby. Print it off and put it near your desk. Or whatever. If you don't have a desk or an office or whatever, find a kitchen cabinet and open the cabinet, and that's going to be where you keep all your stuff, and you could put all your visualization things, like your vision board, your why, etc. Then write out your avatar, the person you want to add to your team, the person you want to become, and be very specific about who that is and put that there. And then make sure you have right in that same area your calendar, so you know when your next challenge group and free groups are starting. Have your to-do list. I like to keep these things on my phone. Makes it easier for my life. Have your contact list. I like Google Docs. Some people like to do binders or notebooks, whatever works for you. Have your scripts and your guides open. So you're going to do all this, like when you sit down to go to work, quote unquote, you're sitting in the same area and you're going to do it all at once. So that way you're more efficient. So open up the scripts and guides that you have, like Emma's invitation script or Carrie's invitation script or whatever it is that you need, the challenge group guide, etc. Then you're going to turn on your timer, or have your timer ready. You're going to put your blinders on, which means you're blocking out everything else, and then you turn on off all of your notifications on your phone. In fact, if you have to, if Facebook is an addiction for you, because it is for some people, you see it ping and you got to reply. Completely delete it from your phone. Just take it off. Okay? All right. This is my daily to-do list or power hour list that I created. I've shifted a little bit of the numbers around because I like the power of three. 3 for me, I just need to retype this up. But so it'd be add 3 friends to Facebook, connect with 3, and that way I know exactly what I'm doing. And the important part of this list is that you start at the top. and then you work your way down, because the top has the expansion and invitation things that we need to be doing. The only thing that's not included in here is your own personal workout. And so just make sure to get that done, and your personal development. And for me, when I'm busy, I do personal development while I work out. I turn down the volume on 21 Day Fix Extreme. I can watch Autumn. It's not hard. And then I listen to personal development. And when it's my 1 minute rest, you know, you get 10 seconds to rest, I write down a note real quick that I heard in that last minute. And I keep that in a journal. So that's a little tip. Start at the top. Okay, add 2 people to your Facebook every single day. This is a common one that people get stuck on. Like, where do you find people? Number 1, you want to open your page so it's public. Don't set it as private. Remember, this is Facebook is a great opportunity to build your business. So your business needs to be open, right? And that way you can connect with friends and friends that are like-minded. So where do you find people? Type one place below that you can find people. Where are people? I challenged my new coaches on our Zoom today to take 10 minutes or 5 minutes and literally brainstorm where you see people. Like everywhere, right? Literally everywhere. So here's a few. Coworkers, like old coworkers at old jobs. Teresa and I, my upline coach, we worked together years ago. She added me as a friend on Facebook because we were old coworkers, and poof, now I'm on her team. Friends from church or old friends from church, high school friends, people you meet in your brand groups. That means, like, if you're interested in horseback riding and you join a Facebook horseback riding group, go in there and be a friend, meaning you comment on other people's things, and once you have done that and you build a kind of a connection, then send them a friend request, right? Start a club. So start a fit club, start a cooking club, start a wine club, or join a club. Go to wine outs or whatever you want to do, and just show up for other people. They're going to show up for you. Friends of friends, people from your page, mom groups, the nail lady, the dentist, the doctor assistant, the movers. I've given my card out and I've added people on Facebook right at the dentist office, right at the doctor's office. Yesterday, I added the movers that moved me. I added them on Facebook as friends, because I was like, you guys are obviously super motivated. They were working so hard and they were so friendly and nice. I was like, I would love to tell you more about what I do, because you work hard, you're great with people, and you obviously want to do, you know, a good thing or whatever. And so I added them as friends. So those were two of my 3 additions from yesterday. So there's opportunity everywhere. And I just get out my cell phone and I just say, is this you on Facebook? Add. Great, I sent you a friend request. I met a lady at the beach the other night. Our kids were playing together and I was like, are you on Facebook? Great, add. But anytime you see people, just add them on Facebook. So in order to have friends, you got to be a friend. So keep a list of who you've added or that's the same list, and who you want to spend more time with. So let's say, for example, you really think Shaylin. Shay, I see you on my screen, so I'm calling you out. Let's say that I know Shaylin's going to be an amazing coach. She is not ready yet or whatever, but I know that I would like to have her on my team, or I want to work with her. I want to just keep that connection open with her. And so make that list. And then when you have a second, hurry and run over to their page and like and comment on the last 2 posts that they did. Don't spend time on the newsfeed going through comments and scrolling like this. No, have specific names. You actually go to their page, like when you're watching TV at night, you could do this. You go to their page and you hurry and like and comment on their stuff. Send a personal message and say, hey, how are you? And make sure you have something specific that you to ask them about. So it might be, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since high school. Do you remember the time we blah, blah, blah? Oh, I can't believe that we did that. You know, that was so dumb of us. Or it might be, thanks for following my page. It seems like we have a lot in common, so we may as well be friends. Are you in the fitness industry, or are you just working on your own goals? It might be like the beach lady. I talked to her, and I simply sent her a message today that said, it was so great to connect with you, or to run into you at the beach. Your son's adorable. I hope he's doing well. We got settled here in Arizona, and I just wanted to reach out to you and say it was lovely spending time with you. How are things with you guys? And that's all I said. So I'm just building a connection. Make sure you give praise and positivity. So like and comment. When they do something, people like to post about their children's accomplishments or whatever. If they run a race or they get a promotion at work, be their cheerleader, right? And then reply to the comments individually with a tag. What that means is when people comment on your stuff, each individual line, make sure you comment back with a tag. So if Myra comments on my thing and she's like, good job, I would comment back, thanks Myra, exclamation point, smiley face or something. And so that way she sees that I'm connecting. By doing that, your stuff's gonna show up into more people's feed. Okay, but now we're still talking about the power hour. So you gotta do this fast. So you add 2 friends, boom, boom, added, done, send a message, hey, da 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 da. And you can even type it up in a script and have your scripts open and saved, reconnect message, boom, slide that in there, add in a personal sentence or 2, and you're done. This would take you to be able to like and comment on, add friends and then send 3 messages. That takes me less than a minute. It really does. All right, build a bridge and get over it. This made me laugh because with the send 2, I would say 2 to 3 invites a day, and one of those should be for coaching about what you're doing, because I mean what we do is really amazing, and don't you want to share this with people? Don't you want them to feel as good as you feel? Yeah. So people get too caught up in like, I want to say the right thing, I want to do the right thing, or whatever. Take what you know about them and the solution you have for them with Beachbody, whether it's finances, socialization, fitness, fun, whatever, and just simply build that bridge with a transitional statement. So you mentioned that, blah, blah, blah. I would love to tell you more about blah, blah, blah. Or, so you mentioned that you're tired all of the time. One thing that gives me energy is Shakeology. I would love to tell you more about it. Have you ever heard of Shakeology? You know, and that's very simple, right? So just build a bridge and get over it. So with this, don't overthink invites. Don't scroll through your whole list or whatever. Just think of the people, say a little prayer or whatever you need to do, and think about who might need your help today, and then send the invite and let that lie where it may. Number 4, check into your challenge groups. Gosh, this is so important because this is where the meat and potatoes and gravy happen with our business. Because when you have people that fall in love with what you're doing, they fall in love with the programs, they start to believe in themselves again, they're positive, they're happy, that naturally turns into them wanting to pay it forward, right? So if you can create a good challenge group experience, they're going to want to stick with you. So hop into your challenge group. Something you can do is you can create, or you can use my 4-week challenge guide. You can use the Beachbody one. It's amazing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you can auto schedule these with Sendable. And so if you take time on like the beginning of the month on the 1st to use Sendable or Hootsuite and pre-schedule your posts for your challenge groups, then that doesn't have to be part of your daily power hour. But what could be part of your daily power hour is, or what should be, is you checking in. So you go and you want to connect with these people. You like, comment, give praise, make it fun. Use your emojis to add the little, you know, smiley faces and arm and the sweaty people. So it's more fun, and it visually it's more engaging, right? And to go through and do all those things, it doesn't take very long. You could do a weekly giveaway. But the important thing is that you have a plan and have them working together. So when my challengers comment on, like they reply to somebody and they give a suggestion or feedback, or they answer a question for them, I give praise to the person that answered it too. I'm like, yeah, great suggestion. Love that. Thank you. And so that way I'm interacting with them. But with my challenge groups, I only check in with them once a day. That's it. So I post my accountability picture, and then I go onto my computer because it's faster than my phone, and I type, you know, back to them. Or if I'm on my phone, I use the voice app, and then I can do the emojis. So either one. So choose one that you can do. And then checking in with the challenge group, honestly, that takes less than 5 minutes for me. The last thing I said is PM them once a week to check in. So I do a follow-up Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Just wanted to see how your week wrapped up. Tell me what you're struggling with. What did you succeed with? And I type that in a script. I have the script and I copy and I paste it to all of my challengers so that they all get that personal connection. Okay, respond to messages. This is number 5. So turn off all your notifications, like I said, and then have a set time that you do this. Because if you reply to messages at one time and you just go through your email or your Facebook messages or whatever all at once, then you can copy and paste back a lot of the same things because you're saying the same things over and over again. Or use your voice feature on your phone to make it go faster. Do you guys use that? No? Yes? I can't hear you anyway. Man, I'm talking to myself. No, but I like to answer the most important questions first. Like I'll get all sorts of randomly like, hey, Emma, I know that you just went to Disneyland. Do you know the best rates at Disneyland? I'm like, no, I don't. I'll answer you later. Not that I don't want to be a friend, but I check into high priority things first, like people saying, help, I'm stuck with signing up to be a coach, or help with this. Can you send me these links here or whatever? And then I do those first, and then I go through and I have my chit chat with just my friends at the end of my messaging, so that my brain is focused on one thing. Because it takes time when you hop from topic to topic. It takes time for your brain to refocus. So you want to respond to all your messages all at once. Okay, check into the COO and message new customers. Again, have this as a script. Like type out what you're wanting to say, record a cute little YouTube video. Mine's not good. You can use something like that. Just be you, be real, and record a little video, attach it to a script, and then send that out to new customers every day. So I chose this quote that there will be obstacles, there will be doubters, there will be mistakes, but with hard work, there are no limits. And the cool thing about what we do is in the Coach Online Office, everything you need to know has been created for you. The challenge group guides, invitation process, training new coaches, absolutely everything. So when you go into the COO, make sure you know what you're looking for first. So you're looking for new customers or coaches that you want to connect with. Then you look over to the right side and see if there's anything with the breaking news that you need to know about. And because when you stay connected on a daily basis, you'll learn little bits at a time rather than having to go, and post in Fierce Fit. Hey, I just realized that this is no longer available in the Coach Online Office. Does anyone know where that is? If you're staying connected every day, you're going to kind of know little bits at a time, and you'll be able to learn a little bit more and be more self-sufficient, and then you'll feel more confident. So connect with your coaches. So do for one what you would do for many. So on this list, I would say add value to 2 people a day on your team. So if you only have 2 coaches, boom, check in with them daily. But send out a, hey, how are you? And show up for them as their sponsor. Take your title as upline coach or sponsor seriously. Don't just add them into your upline groups, training camps or whatever, and then ditch them or abandon them. You're their sponsor. So add value to them on a regular basis. Answer their questions, praise them, etc. And act like the leader that you would be in 5 years. So there's nothing magical that happens when you become a diamond coach. You don't wake up on your morning that you're a diamond coach and all of a sudden you have all of these trainings put together and you have, this different mentality. It doesn't work like that. So do for one person what you would do for many. Does that make sense? So if, for example, there's a lot of times I'll host a Zoom and one coach shows up and I invited like 5. I'm not going to go, only one person showed up. I'm not doing this. We'll just talk later. No, you get on the Zoom and you do your thing, right? You inspire and you connect with that one person that's showing you they want to work. Because it takes 5 times more work to find a new person to work with you than it does to keep the one you have. Just think about that for a minute. 5 times. I don't have time for that. I'm just kidding. But so show up for them, because if you show up for them, they're going to show up for you. Add value to them. They're going to add value back to the team. Check into our awesome coach page and like and comment and respond to all of Emma's awesome posts. No, I'm just teasing. So here's the deal with that. So go into our team page really quickly, see if there's anything that's like scroll through there and is there any big announcements. And I usually put big announcements are either pinned to the top of the page. I'm sure your coach does this too. Or I do like lots of asterisks and arrows. So it's like, everybody here. And so that way you know this is something really important. If you have time and your power hour has an extra 10 minutes left, then take a minute and answer somebody's question if you know the answer. Because when you are there for them and you give an answer, then when you post a question, they're going to show up for you. And because there's so many awesome leaders on our team, you don't have to answer everybody. So don't go through Fierce Fit and answer everybody's everything. But make sure that if you have that time, take a minute to answer. And then that will just help you.
Mama, I can't put it in your bowls.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just hold on a second. I'm almost done. So the river versus reservoir analogy, if you don't know what that is, a river is always moving forward. It keeps going, and the river takes water in and gives water out. So it's taking and giving at the same time, where a reservoir just collects, it collects water in, like it takes, so that would be like a river's flowing and it's giving answers, taking answers, giving advice, taking advice, giving ideas, sharing ideas. And then the reservoir just collects it. So you would be just taking everybody else's ideas and you're just soaking everything else up that everybody says, but you're not giving anything back. Well, look at what happens to around the reservoir versus the river. It's pretty amazing, right? What's giving life? Okay. Number 9, check into the coach training groups. I promise you that we're not trying to create busy work for you. If there's anything posted in our coach training, like new coach launch or Emerald training or anything like that, then that is something that we feel confidently that it's going to help to propel your business forward. And so I like this quote, learning is not done to you, it's something you choose to do. And so if in your power hour you have gone through the first few things and you're working with an intense focus, and so, oh my gosh, I have 10 minutes left, yay! This is a great time for you to go learn something. So go check into the coach training group and complete one of the assignments. The way we've tried to structure them now is that we put them all in a file, and so at the end of the week you can just knock them all out, or whatever it is that you want to do. You can just go at your own pace. Or say on Tuesday you have time to do 3 of the assignments, but on Wednesday you only have time to do nothing. You only have time to do your vitals. So it's totally up to you. And then another place to get good information and education, of course, is the Coach Online office. But that, of course, you have to have intense focus. So don't go in there and like scroll around. You want to like make sure you get it done. I promise setting timers on your phone, knowing that that's ticking down, will change how you do your business. Because you'll be like, I'm against the clock. Okay. Schedule your post for tomorrow. Use tools that make your life so much easier. I like PicMonkey. I use it daily. WordSwag, PicPlayPost, Instaframe. What other apps do I have on here? Oops. And a great idea is when you do have time to sit down and edit a photo, edit 3 or 4 at once. Because you're already logged in there. You already have it open. Like save a few, and then when you're like, ooh, I like this photo I just took of me and my kids, or this recipe or whatever, and you have a great idea, but it's not necessarily your time to work, open your phone, put in the notes section, food pick, talk about water content and veggies for Thirsty Thursday or something. You know, like you can add that note so that way it will jog your memory. Or if you have time, you're standing in the long line at Target, that would be a good time to compose a post for later. Like you can just write it all up, save it in your notes section, and that way when you want to post it live, you just copy, paste, boom, done. So have a file of ideas. You guys know your brand that you have that you chose in your new coach training, right? You can have files or notes, separate notes on your phone or files on your computer that talk about who you are, like faith, family, fun, whatever your brand is, I don't know. Overcoming hard things, Beachbody stuff, etc. And by having future post ideas, when you do go to plan your week and you want to schedule some posts in advance, those will all jog your memory and it'll go so much faster. Quality over quantity. It's better to have 2 or 3 really good posts than I just threw a blurry picture up there. It's dark, it's yellow, I can't see anything, and nobody knows what it is because people just scroll over it. It's better to take the time and have a minute to edit it and maybe do 2 posts a day than doing 5 that are all over the place or that you can't see. And then lastly, remember when you're posting, you have to ask yourself, am I posting for me or am I posting for them? Is this for me or for them? Now, people want to celebrate you, want to know you, they want to know your story, but do it in a way that adds value to them or engages them. So I've been posting a lot about what my family is doing. That's very personal to me, but I do it in a way that I'm trying to say, you guys, you can have anything you want. I feel so blessed. You can achieve your dreams. And so it inspires people to go for their dreams. And it's not just about me. And then engage with them, ask questions. Okay. The last thing is create your own list. So I just went over a ton of stuff and you're probably lit. There is no way I can get this done in an hour, Emma. Yes, you can, but you have to be very focused and you have to use the tools that we have in front of you. So take time. You will have to have certain days of the month or of the week that it's not an hour, that you literally are taking 2 hours and one of those hours is just planning the week out. But it's like prepping your food in advance. If you prep it for the whole week in advance, it takes you 10 minutes to cook a meal rather than 40 minutes every night, right? It saves you time. So taking that hour to plan ahead makes life easier. Now, with your own list, I want you to have your no matter what lifeline buckets. Like, I will not lay down my head. I will not close my eyes unless I do these certain activities. And you, I'm looking right at you. You get to choose what they are. And that's what's so cool about this business is I'm not going to tell you what that is. I can tell you the advice that I would give you, but you get to decide that no matter what, my head won't hit the pillow until what? And they should be 3 to 5 buckets. And then everything else comes after that. And you have to see them as food, right? Or brushing your teeth or showering. Just kidding, I didn't shower. But whatever that is. Okay, like for me, my no matter what's that I have to do or there's serious consequences. I know I have to stay connected on Facebook because that's my business. I can't just not open my doors one day. I have to check in with my challengers. I don't do it in this order. I do it in the other order. I have to add and expand and invite every day or I'm dead in the water. I know this. And I have to work on myself. So I have to do my workout. I have to do my personal development, but I do it in a way that I can figure out how to do it fast. Like 25-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts, yeah, I'm in there. Plus personal development at the same time, boom, boom sauce. So I just wanted to leave on this last quote. Losers visualize the penalties of failure. Winners visualize the rewards of success. So when you are going into this, don't waste any time going, Sally, or whatever, said that they didn't like my picture, or they said that coaching is a scam, or they said that whatever. Don't waste any time on that. You don't have the time, right? You visualize where you're going to go, and then you shut all of that out, and you just shake it off, because we are all proving that this is something you can do, and it can be legit for you. Right? So if you take a little time to visualize where you want to go for the month, map out your calendar or whatever it is that you want to do. It does not have to be as intense as mine gets, just simple things. It can be as simple as Motivate Me Monday, Tasty Tuesday, like we do in our challenge group. You could post that way. But you map it out. You have a plan of how you're going to get these things done. And then you work from a list and set your timers. I think that you're going to get so much more done. Right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take this off so I can see your beautiful faces. Was this helpful? Did this overwhelm you? Did it simplify things or no? Okay, I'm going to go back to the thing. Car wash. I saw something about car washes. You guys can unmute. Go ahead and, if you want to make a comment, you can unmute. Okay, I can't see. I have someone tell me they're going to stop following me because they do not believe in Beachbody. Oh, well, here's the thing I have to say about that. So either A, they're going to come around in a year and join your team, and many of you that did that, or you got to go, I'm not trying to attract people that are negative like you. So I love you, goodbye, kind of thing. And love them and leave them, because that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to please everyone. So. Questions?
Emma, I just wanted to say that I thought it was really great that Catherine had such a good week this week, because in our new coach Zoom call, she was kind of struggling and like saying, oh, it's a rough week and I'm feeling kind of down, and then look how it turned around. So that was really motivating for me. So thanks.
Yeah, look at Catherine being an inspiration already. Guys, we all have bad weeks. If you don't have a bad week, then you're not doing anything important, honestly. Like, if there's not obstacles in your way, then this isn't something worth doing, right? You're on the right track when obstacles get in your way. So
yeah, and just real quick on that, it was I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm one of those people where if I don't succeed every day right away, knock it out of the park, I get really, really OCD about it, and it's obsessive, but I'm working really hard not to do that. So that it wasn't really a bad week at all. I was just being,
We all have those times. Even I have those times. No. So don't even stress it. That's when you reach out. That's why we have success partners, training groups, Zoom calls and things. You have an upline coach, because we're not meant to do it alone. I always say that it's like family. Like, God put us in families for a reason. If he wanted us to be alone, he would have put us all on separate planets and we would have done our own thing. But he didn't. He gave us parents and whatever. And that's like the whole environment we have here in FierceFit. We're all supposed to do this together and help each other. And so we swap ideas, and you can take it or leave it. So, okay. Any other thoughts or comments? Questions?
I guess I can add. This is Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Okay, good. You can hear me. I was just listening to a few of last year's summit podcasts, I guess. And the one with Brigida was talking about her power hour and leading by example. And she said she visualizes that her whole house has cameras and her whole team is watching her. And that, it keeps her on track, that she asks herself, if my team did everything that I did today, would they be moving forward? Would they be being successful? And I thought that was really good, because sometimes I find myself scrolling and I'm thinking, I would never have any of my coaches do this. Like, it's obviously a waste of time. So just having that thought that they're watching, that you're leading by example. But it was a really good session, and it's getting me really excited about Summit, listening to last year. So yes, that's what I have to say.
Awesome share. Thank you for sharing that. So true. I've heard that a few times too. Yep, we got to do what we want our teams to do. But the nice thing is you can recruit confidently, because everybody can do the things that we just went over, right? Everybody can do those things. And it's an even playing field as far as who can be successful. And so just keep your eye on the prize of what you're trying to do, and make sure that if you are having those seriously stressful, busy days, that you do your no matter what buckets, and you do those things well, and then you can add in the other things on other days. And that's what's important to remember. But don't just go and not do anything, because what happens to your momentum when you stop priming that pump? You guys know how you prime a pump, and it takes a long time for the water to start flowing. But if you steadily prime it, the water continues to flow. As soon as you stop it, you just start all over again, and it's so much harder. But all right. Thank you all for being on the call tonight. I appreciate what you're doing, and I know that you all are going to hit Success Club this month, because that's a no matter what goal, right? And you can do it by following those things. So don't go onto Facebook and just start scrolling. Make sure you have a focus and a vision. So thank you. Have a great one.